This is Brian Jameson. I'm the creative director for Jump Drive Studios, and this is the Beta 1.45 overview for XO. Probably our biggest update ever, so I'm really excited to show you what we've got here. You're now able to position your ships much more precisely by using the Control key. Simply hold down the Control key and left-click for precise positioning. I can now place my battleship exactly where I want it to attack, in this case just out of range of that base's weapons. Now I'll add some ships to support the battleship. Precise positioning also works with multiple selected ships. I'm holding down the Shift key to select these fixers, and then I'm going to tell them exactly where I want them to support my battleship. In this case, I'm assaulting in an anti-spinward direction, so I want those fixers to stay behind so they don't get hit by any oncoming Reapers. And for good measure, I'll add in this frigate in a support role here as well. Now, ships that are given precise positioning orders will do their best to maintain station, but in this case, the battleship is much faster than those rover fixers, and you'll see it begin to pull away here. So you want to use a formation if you want your ships to stay together, but doing that, of course, limits your formation to the speed of the slowest ship. All ships in your fleet can now equip a tractor beam. One use for tractor beams is holding ships. If the tractor is powerful enough, tractored ships will stay with the tractoring ship. If you hold down the Control key to use precise positioning, you can tractor a ship below the yellow point of no return, where they'll begin to take damage in the atmosphere until they're disabled. Lower-powered tractor beams can move ordinary ships, but you'll definitely need higher-powered tractor beams to hold active warships below the point of no return, like this, or to stop boarding shuttles from reaching their target. You can also use a tractor beam to recover disabled ships and cargo that have fallen past the point of no return with the Tractor Retrieve command. Note that bringing enemy crew or boarding parties aboard non-warships this way can trigger hostile boarding actions. We can also set tractor beams to auto-tractor. In auto-tractor mode, lifeboats and cargo containers will automatically be tractored aboard if they're in range, even if they're past the point of no return. Note that disabled ships and boarding shuttles are never auto-tractored because there's a risk of a hostile boarding action. Tractor beams also have an auto-repulse mode that can be used to help clear a path through minefields, like this. But be advised that factors like tractor range, efficiency, and ship speed can result in mine strikes. Auto-repulse also works against boarding shuttles and harvester reapers. Lower-powered tractor beams will only slow boarding shuttles, as you can see here. However, you can combine multiple tractor beams to push away boarding shuttles or hold ships with high acceleration. Lastly, ships on auto-repulse will attempt to repel attackers against other ships in their formation. Joining the fleet is the Packed Armored Refueler. The ARF is faster than the Galacticon tanker, but only adds half as much fuel capacity to your fleet reserves. The ARF is also the only armored industry ship currently in the game. The ARF increases fuel collection fleet-wide by 25%, and can also package spare fuel into cargo containers for rapid resupply in combat or sail at trade outposts. Also joining the fleet is the Irenic Argosy. The Argosy is a trade ship capable of producing two high-value items for trade, intoxicants and snacks. Neither of these have any nutritional value, so they can't be used to feed your fleet. However, we are considering giving intoxicants and snacks additional uses in the game. We'd like to hear your thoughts. Let us know what you think, either through in-game feedback or by joining our Discord. Dealing with civilian starships in your fleet that have been forced way past their normal operating limits has always been a part of XO. But in prior versions, ships would have failures randomly, which isn't very fair, as a few of you have pointed out. So in version 1.45, we've reworked all of those random maintenance failure events with more of a maintenance simulation, which puts more interesting choices into your hands. Here's how it works. Once you're deeper into a run, industry ships, farm ships, and cargo ships will begin to notify you that they require maintenance. If you already have spare parts, you can perform maintenance immediately. You can activate a distress beacon, which can bring help. Or you can choose to do nothing and defer that maintenance. However, the more jumps you defer, the more likely something bad will happen to that ship. Maintenance requires 1 day and spare parts. Once you install spare parts on a ship that needs maintenance, it will no longer require maintenance for the rest of the run. Spare parts are cheap and can be obtained through trade or confiscation, by activating distress beacons, or by cannibalizing other ships using a pirate boarding party. If you choose to cannibalize a ship for spare parts using pirates, that ship becomes gutted. Gutted ships cannot jump by themselves, at least until spare parts have been reinstalled. Also note that disabled ships can be gutted. So, as a result of all this, just about anything bad that can befall your fleet is now preventable. And should things go wrong, you've now got time to address the issue. It may need some balancing and other tweaks, but I look forward to hearing your feedback. There's a lot more in version 1.45 of XO. Check our news page on Steam for more. A huge thank you to all the players who have contributed bug reports, suggestions, and critical feedback. Your efforts have made the game so much better, and I'm deeply grateful. Light speed, Captains.